It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins looking to put it up right away. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. To the sideline and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now motion left with Mooney. To the air again, it's Cousins. That is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. And his kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
We'll get this out wide here. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout to about the 40-yard line. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Pass caught, right side Tonjes. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 40-down touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 43 yards. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
49ers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this concern. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Cousins to throw it. That one deep for London. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Falcons.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 55 yards on the ground here for Harris. It's a 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Cousins. It's hauled in by Shepard. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. The sneak successful from a yard out, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Carlson on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Belgium 17, 49ers 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. They go play action here. Purdy. And that one in the hands of Ayuk field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are back within a score. York now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Falcons 17, 49ers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 9. To throw, Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. 63 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Cousins. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 43 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Carlson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
49ers 14. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
I know it was a game but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And that is incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence or maybe he starts a new streak now because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. 40 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
There's Moody with another catch. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the ground with Robinson. Bijan Robinson, 36 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second down, right back to McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Here's Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Purdy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Moves to second and 10.
Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Purdy sets up to throw again. Left side, he's got the tight end, Tonjes. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jake Tonjes from 17 yards out. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime, and at this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They're working out of the gun. Cousins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes the receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Second down and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A a gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Second and 2.
It's that.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They work now on 2nd and 9.
It's that. Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing here, Purdy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Yellow.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half.
35, Falcons 34.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
McCaffrey is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
21.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And across the blue line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Falcons 34. Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Purdy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The 6-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
Outside. Yellow. 18. What's up? Yellow. Yellow. Stop.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
11. Get set. Get set.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. York able to send this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. They're on the 31-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Got a man, it's London. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Atlanta.
Cousins now from the 50. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Throwing, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his... Passes thus far, that's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 from 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This pass is caught by London. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's really warmed the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, 40 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Falcons 42.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. That is caught. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 130 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake in the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. This is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This a 31-yard attempt. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Niners first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Will continue on as we say so long, everybody.